Working on a productive team that creates progress and innovation will require team members to engage in collaboration and sometimes negotiation. And just in case you haven't realized it by now, not everyone thinks, speaks, and acts the way that you do. And that can make working on a team together challenging and extremely rewarding. One way to avoid viewing differences on the team as difficult or frustrating is to consider our mental models. A mental model is like a pathway or a map in our brain for how to do something or a way to think about something. Peter Senge says that we all operate from unique mental maps. Here's where it gets interesting. The longer that you process or think about doing something or not doing something, the more hardwired that map becomes in the brain circuitry. How do these mental maps get created? I believe it's very much the same way that our beliefs are created. Take a look at this graphic, which is known as the ladder of inference, which was created by Chris Argyris. It's a great visual for explaining this process. So let's begin at the bottom of the ladder, where we have observation and experiences. Let's say that's like what a camera would capture, a massive amount of data. And the brain cannot process all of that data, so it begins to sort. And when it sorts, it moves up a rung to the data rung. And it begins to filter out and select specific data points, usually based on our established beliefs. The next rung up is we take that data and we add meaning to it. That's what humans do. And this can come from previous experiences, it can come from our own cultural background, and or a combination, including the culture of the organization that we're working in. From that point, we start to develop assumptions that's based on the meaning that we added to something. We assume this is the case and this is how it happens. And from there, we take another step up the ladder and we draw conclusions based on the assumptions that we've made. Then the next step is we actually begin to adopt a belief. It's the truth that we accept about something. And then we act. We take actions that line up with our experiences, our assumptions, and beliefs. But we're actually not done there. We actually have this reflexive loop that comes into play so that our beliefs affect what data we select the next time. And we loop back and around that ladder again. Then we go back up that ladder to reaffirm and create that mental model. You can try this out for yourself. Just think about something simple like a habit or an action that maybe something you repeat, like brushing your teeth, or maybe it's something like being on time or taking a vacation. Now, that's your action. So walk yourself up or down the ladder and figure out, how did you arrive at that action? Pause if you need to try that out. Sometimes our mental models don't serve us or others very well. They can actually be unproductive or even dangerous. But the good news is that oftentimes negative mental models can be undone by simply identifying and reflecting on what information we use to climb up to that step on the ladder. Even better, new productive models can be built by examining the information that we select and then considering alternative perspectives or experiences that can influence how we think about things, how we make assumptions, how we draw conclusions. Now, my purpose in sharing the concept of mental models is to support your understanding and empathy when we're working with team members. There may be times when you are tempted to think, how can they think that solution is going to work? Or that idea isn't going to serve our kids' needs. Before you butt heads on an issue, try understanding how someone arrived at that belief or action. You might say, "Tell me how you arrived at your way of thinking." And then listen with curiosity. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, be kind, be brave, and stay curious.